Opinions and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Jimmy, yeah, this is MC Alfie. Listen, the shit, Mr. Yo sitting down and designing. Why every man them a thinking? What are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC. Can't test me, pick up the girls inside the party. Let's get down crazy, Jimmy. Got myself to know it's Alfie. No need the Turkish MC.
Always love the clubs of Jimmy.
Yo, wanna celebrity.
Yay! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with times in music, fashion, and entertainment. We have fun show for you guys today. Before we do that, let's say hi to everybody.
Kids to take care of.
There you go.
And he's a sweet guy.
Let's say hi to everybody. Let's hi to our staff. So everybody, we've got a new person on the show. We've got Rebel Medler. She's been with W4CY forever. Actually, Ron and I have known her for many years. So let's say hi to Rebel Medler. Rebel, say hi to everybody. No, that's coming. And then we've got Scotty J running our videos. He's in Pennsylvania. You guys should say hi to Scotty J.
What's going on, guys?
Scotty J.
Yo, yo, yo.
Chat room, Irish Ginger, Dave Hughes.
No one
Let's see. I don't know. It keeps going in.
war with Germany. America, from what I remember my mother telling me, was united. Democrats and Republicans all got together as Americans to fight these horrible people who were trying to take over our country and kill all of us Americans, period. That was called patriotism, and that was called the G.I. Joe and the good old American and the Yankee. Today, unfortunately, rudeness is no longer a no-no. Now you could say whatever you like about anyone and get away with it. If any of the things that are said about Donald Trump were said about Franklin Delano Roosevelt or John F. Kennedy, there would have been a revolution in the street and those people would have been hung from a lamppost because we were Americans back then. No matter what our politics were and no matter whom we hated in Washington, we did not disgrace them and show the world that we are a people that disgrace our president. No other country does this. They may politically talk against their leader, but they don't say the things that are said by some Americans. Facebook is a tragedy that it allows pictures of our First Lady naked and the horrible things they say about her. She's a human being. That was her job. She was in show business, and everybody in show business at some point gets naked. So get over it, everybody. She's not a horrible woman or a tramp or a slut or a whore like they say she is. Nobody knows that for a fact, and if you do know it for a fact, keep your mouth shut because it's not nice to say. How would you like it if people thought your mother was a whore? And they said your mother's a whore and a dyke and all that shit. She has a teenage son soon. And that boy has to read all the crap that's said about his mother.
Now.
Okay. How would you like your mother slandered that way? And you have to read it and look at it. So come on, America, have some style, have some class. Keep your mouth shut. If you have a political comment, make it intelligent. Talk about the economy. Talk about the promises Donald Trump made that he has not kept because possibly he can't get the vote. Let's be Americans again. God bless America and our country. All the European countries all over the world, not just Europe, they all hate us. They make fun of Donald Trump. They say stupid Americans, look what they voted for. They enjoy it. You know why? Euro trash is very jealous of America. That's why they have McDonald's there and they call it American food. That's why they want to wear jeans and look like us, and they love our movie stars and rock stars. That's why everything in Europe and throughout the world is American. So there you go. America, no matter what, and no matter who is in office, is still the greatest country in the world, and it will be for decades and decades, with or without Donald Trump. As far as the economy and the millions and millions or billions of dollars that we owe out, guess what, folks? Every president I have lived through, and I've lived through many, had the same problem. We were in debt for millions and millions of dollars.
Trillions.
Okay? Donald Trump may not be your answer, but to a lot of people, he is. And stop hating the people who voted for him. That's their right as American citizens to vote for the one they choose. It's called freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom of speech. Now, if you want to talk about the other one, well, that's another story.
Who's the other one?
I keep forgetting his name because I just like him so. The one that always bashes the gays, Lombard. What? How do you say his name?
I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about.
The one that President Trump just threw a medal around.
Oh, Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh.
Rush Limbaugh. See, I don't even know his name. That's how disliking him I am. He's an ignorant person to say the things he says about gay people because he might be gay himself and he's depressed about
Hiding
being
out.
that way. No, most gay people that bash gay people
Are gay.
are closet gays.
Yes.
We know that for a fact. They hate themselves for having thoughts of sucking another man's dick or something, whatever the fuck they think, these straight weirdos. But anyway, my thing I want to get across to everybody, and I'm not political, I'll never do this again, is ease up on Donald Trump. Let's try supporting him and helping him to take the right roads, to do the right things for us. Instead of doing negativity, write on Facebook, Mr. President, could you please do something for health care? Mr. President, I do not appreciate the wall. Mr. President, what the hell are you doing? That's the stuff you should do. Not that he's banging the Chinese guy and you put up porno pictures of him getting fucked by the Chinese guy, which is so disrespectful.
It is, that's
He
true.
is the president of the United States of America, and he was voted in. Have some respect. Or didn't your parents teach you respect? And those of you in show business who open your big traps about your views of Donald Trump are losing Republican fans, which means the movies you make, the television shows you do, or the books you write only get half of an audience because your stupidity has destroyed the other half. Stay neutral. Do not let anybody know how you feel. And the word hate should never be used or come out of your mouth. Hate is the most disgusting word that is. And one day this may be a Spanish-speaking country. And I hope there's no such word as hate in Spanish. So go on. Be Americans. I am proud to be a good American citizen.
I agree, and to add my own 2 cents in, I agree with everything Ron just said. And basically, I have no problem if you want to talk about his politics and things that haven't been done, but you don't talk about him as a person, his wife, his kids, his family, and all those kinds of things, because that's nothing, and that's just bashing somebody. You know, stick with the actual issues.
How would you like it if I snuck into your homes with a video camera and videoed you beating the shit out of your wife, kicking your kid down the stairs, whipping the dog with his leash? People do that, you know. Would you be happy if that went public and everybody spit on you and said, look at that disgusting human being, what he has done to his family? Think about it.
I don't actually know where that came from, but okay.
Well, because people do that stuff. It's always the wicked, evil people that are so ready to condemn the other people because they want to bring that high and mighty person down to their level. So they destroy who they are by saying dreadful things about them. It's called jealousy and envy.
Also, we just want to welcome then, because some more people are jumping in. Thomas Claxton joined us. He says, we look like we're feeling better. I'm on my second round of antibiotics. I went to the doctor on Tuesday because we've got 2 big events, one on Friday night and one on Sunday, and I need to be better. So I'm feeling much better. And Ron didn't have to go. He's getting better all on his own.
Because you know why? I thought to myself, all this stuff about marijuana, pot, being the cure-all of everything. Let's give it a shot. So I have the oil of marijuana. You don't get high from it. It's just the oil of the cannabis. I put it on my tongue 2 days in a row, 3 times a day. Everything went away. My sinus infection cleared up. My throat, everything felt fabulous. Now, was it because it was time for it to heal, or was it because of the cannabis? I believe it was the cannabis. I also believe that it's wonderful for arthritis and bones, and I really think that it has to be put into medical form, available to everyone in the world over, not just Californians. I have friends in New York who wish they had cannabis because they're in pain. They're older people in their 70s and they have bad backs and bad knees. And the cannabis oil, without the get high, is a wonderful drug.
There you go. Okay, so
That's it. I'm getting off my pedestal now, my preaching soapbox, rather. I'm getting off my soapbox.
I'm trying to actually fix.
See, I'm not so stupid, folks, like you think I am.
I'm trying to fix myself. There we go. So I'm more in the middle of the thing because you're in the middle and I'm on the side.
That's because I'm the star.
Scoot over a little bit to your left. No, the other way. The other way, because you're in the whole picture. I need to move over. There you go.
Who wants to see your face anyway?
Everybody wants to see me. Everybody like my pretty, colorful shirt.
Oh.
And actually, Angela says yes, she agrees with the cannabis and CBD. She writes CBD, which is funny. Oh, and there's somebody calling my phone, and I already turned the volume down, and it's still working. So anyway, everybody, we're going to call our first guest in 1 sec. You guys probably all know who John B is, anybody who listened to music for the last 20 years, because he's had so many hits, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to wait one more minute because I told him we were calling him at 12:15 just so we're on the right tack.
It's 12:16.
Your watch is fast. Your watch is 1 something.
No, wait. Why is that?
I don't know. This watch is wrong. This watch is right.
So it's 12:14 on my medical watch. The reason for the two wristwatches, folks, is since my pacemaker's put in, I wear this wristwatch that tells me how many times a minute or second my heart beats, how many steps I take, what my blood pressure is, and what my temperature is, and and when I get an erection.
There you go. And we want to say hi, Pat Grant just joined us. So what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to get John B on the phone. Hopefully he's going to be there. What we're going to do is play his new single. The name of the single is Priceless. And you're only going to hear it if you're listening on the radio part of the show, you guys, because we don't want YouTube to shut us down. I'm glad everybody likes our shirts. And oh, wait, hang on. I just got a message. And so we're going to call him and get him going.
Everybody should write into YouTube and say to them, you have some nerve shutting down our show. It's part of our show, the music, and we don't make any money by it. We don't even have sponsors. Jimmy and I don't make a nickel from this show. We work this show because we enjoy it, and it's good PR, and we get a lot of people out there famous, and that's our intent, to help people get ahead in the business. And it's all good stuff. So why is YouTube being so fucky? And
it's with everybody, though. It's not just us.
Yeah, I know, but they should change it. If we're making money on the songs, I could understand that. But we're not. We play this music just to push it for the performer, for the talent.
So here we go. What we're going to do. All right, Rebel, you ready? What we're going to do, you guys, is play John B's brand new hit. The name of the song is Priceless. While we're playing it, while we're playing the song, we're going to get John B on the line, and we should be live with him in just a couple minutes. So, Rebel, you ready, Rebel? Just say yes or no. Yeah. All right, everybody. This is Priceless by John B. Enjoy.
Great.
All right, guys, everybody, we are back. We are live.
All right, everybody. That was Priceless by John B. John, say something. Let's make sure we can hear you, and then I'll do a proper introduction.
Hey, everybody. Are you there?
There you go.
Check
that's
one, check
awesome.
two. All right.
All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, multi-platinum Grammy-nominated superstar John B. Hello, and welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
And you know what? You're my kind of music, thank God, because sometimes we have music on here I want to cry from. But you're my kind of music. I love what you do. And I'm not blowing smoke up your ass either.
Yeah,
everybody,
he doesn't lie.
all the people out there know that I hate hip hop, but I love soul music and smooth, slick music.
Which he does do some hip hop too, but like
I like a few hip hops because
A few hits.
yeah,
first, let me tell you, John. First of all, let me tell you, Ron, even though he looks young, is 80 years old. So,
Not yet.
80 years old in May.
Absolutely,
Up 80 in May.
Bless,
So
that's
he is-
right, brother.
So I'm from the days of Frank Sinatra and Tony Bennett and
sir.
Johnny Mathis.
Yeah, he likes Johnny Mathis.
You know, and it's come. I've been through like maybe 5-7 decades of music, and I've
Sure.
loved every decade.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly Motown Motown is my dream.
Motown.
I mean, I love. Oh, I love Motown.
favorites.
Every piece of music Motown ever put out was sensational.
Classic, legendary, absolutely, for sure.
It's music not from the mouth. It's music from the heart,
It's
and
from
you
the-
feel it. Oh,
That's
yeah.
the foundation of R&B for me is Motown. You know.
Well, that's what I heard in your music, and that's why I love your music. I think
thank you
you know why? Because it puts you in a mood, a good mood. The hip hop stuff gets me nervous. Like, what the fuck are they saying? And why are they speaking so fast? And how come they're not following the music? You know, I sang in my day in my shows, so I know how to work with music. And these people don't seem to care about the music. They just keep talking, and the music sort of finds them every now and then. And I find that most disconcerting. But anyway, yes, your music is good. No bullshit. Not trying to make you feel good. Yes, I will definitely put your music in my car.
That's like the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell version of like an Academy Award.
You better believe it. I have the very best in my car music. I mean, I've been stopped. I have a convertible. I drive an Audi convertible, Canary Yellow, TT Roadster. And if I'm at a traffic light with the top down, always I have people in the next car saying, "Hey, man, who's that singing? That's really good. That's really great." I can't tell you how many times that happens with various performers. And I know when I play your music, I'm going to get one of those, "Hey, man, who's playing?" And I'm going to say, "I don't know. I forgot his name."
Thank you, man. Thank
So
you.
here's-
Only teasing.
So here's what we want to
Glad
do.
you enjoy it, man.
First of all, we didn't even introduce. So this is Ron Russell. He's
Yeah.
our cool, outrageous man
Nice
about
to meet
town.
you, Ron.
We
Nice
have
to talk to you,
we have a
baby.
chat room filled with like people from almost every country represented. So please just give a shout out to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of today. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of fun.
And don't burp.
Nice to
Don't
meet
burp.
everybody.
Do not burp because we have 5 million people watching.
Beautiful. Well, hello
Don't
to
pick
everyone.
you don't pick your nose, scratch your balls, or burp because we have 5 million people.
So here's what we want to do then. Next thing up, first of all, everybody, you heard us play Priceless. Everybody needs to go on YouTube and watch the video. And also go to johnbworld.com because if you go there and hit videos, it's got all his hit videos and you can see all of them in one place. You can see his tour schedule. You can follow @officialjohnb on Twitter and you can see what he's going on. So here's the first thing I want to mention because when I first saw the video for Priceless, which is a fabulous video, by the way, the song's beautiful, the video's beautiful. And dude, like, so you came out in 1995 and it's now 2020 and you don't look a day older than now than you looked when you were in 1995. So then I was Googling you
Wow.
and I saw, wow, his grandmother was 105 2 years ago. And like she lived to 100 and at 100 and at 105 she looked like she was like 80. And so you just got good genes. So when you're like 60, you're still going to look like you're like 30.
Oh man, that's too nice of you. Well, no, you're right about that. She is truly remarkable, my grandmother, and so yeah, if I'm praying that I have her genes and I can live that amazing life that she's been able to live, to be able to see is what everything that she's been able to see. I mean, and to be as as coherent and there as she is, and she knows who's on top of the charts, and she listens to the what's going on in the scene with my music. So she's not at all sort of like one of those little ladies that stays in her bubble. No, she's absolutely kind of like a little too hip. She surprises me. She always lets me know, oh, I love this new song, and she
That's why she's still alive, because she thinks young.
Finally, after so many, I wanted her to be able to witness something, current right now that I put out, and and so this is a beautiful time for me to be able to share with my fans and with my family and just everyone who's been rooting for me all these years. It's music. It's from my heart, and it's what I love. So it starts with sometimes a drum beat. It starts with sometimes an idea for a melody in my head. There's all kinds of,
Where are you from?
I was born in Rhode Island, and I moved to Los Angeles when I was a young boy, and my parents, relocated. My father's a professor of music and taught music for 35 plus years out here at the college out here at Cal State LA. And so I grew up in a musical family, and just, I was sort of the black sheep of my family, because I kind of went to the commercial side of music, and no one could really show me anything as far as the ropes of that and what that was to be in the music business, or to aspire to want to be in the music business. So I had to kind of like venture off and find my own way.
So I have
Castile Lake, I love it. I lived in Stevenson Ranch, which is right below it. I used to go up to Mount Pinos when it snowed. It was so beautiful up there. How do you like living up there? I would love to live up there.
I live in Los Angeles. I live in Pasadena actually currently.
Okay.
And I was born in Westerly, Rhode Island. Basically, is where I was born.
I used to go to Rhode Island when I was a teenager to the jazz festival.
Yeah, so I actually every year now I get the honor of so far for 4 years I've had the honor of being a part of Jeffrey Osborne's golf.
Oh, that's cool.
Tournament that he has, a celebrity golf tournament, and it's right there in Connecticut, right there. So it's a beautiful experience to be around like Smokey Robinson and some of the legends of R&B. You speak of Motown. I mean, it's it's pretty. You can't beat Smokey Robinson. And then as far as like Johnny Gill, other people that I have hold in high regard. Jeffrey Osborne. I mean, he's amazing. So yeah, just getting to rub shoulders with those kind of people out that way. Speak of Rhode Island and Connecticut. Yeah.
I have a cool Jeffrey Osborne story. I had tickets to see Jeffrey Osborne. I mean, I'm talking like 20 to 30, like. Yeah.
Sorry, this connection right now.
Osborne, so many of the Motown people, they are by far the classiest people. They dress beautifully. They have a lot of style and class, beautiful jewelry, nice and kind and warm and extremely generous. So I have nothing but good to say about Motown.
Everybody in the chat room is saying that you haven't aged a bit. All the women are writing about how gorgeous you are. And we have a lady named Teresa in there. She's from Florida. And she says, can you just pull your glasses off for 1 second so they can see your eyes? Because you're so gorgeous.
Sure. Oh,
there you go, ladies. Check it out.
Hello.
John B.
It's really bright out here.
Yeah, the women are changing the batteries in their vibrators.
Yeah,
now.
they're like.
Maybe I want to put these glasses back.
Love you.
You're married? You got kids?
He's married with 2 kids.
I didn't ask you. I asked him, Big Mouth. Oh, this fuck I work with drives me crazy.
Yes,
so you're married? You got
I'm happily
kids?
married 13 years. And
Good for you.
with 2 beautiful little girls. One's 5 years old and one's 12 years old. And both are amazing children. And I have an amazing wife. So, yeah, amazing life, man.
Congrats. Congratulations.
I have two daughters, and they were wonderful. I raised them. Now one is 50 and one is 44 or 45. And enjoy them when they're young, because they grow very quickly. Like
Man,
my
I'm
daughter's
telling you
50.
Right now, I see it. I see your point
Yeah.
right now. Just with mine, my 12-year-old is, it's funny how time flies, man. I remember being as old as my 5-year-old is right now,
Exactly.
and the time just flew. But I think that's what's beautiful about having the second chance with my 5-year-old is time
Enjoy.
slowed down. Time has slowed down a lot with her because I'm just like, man, I'm taking it
Yeah.
as slow as possible.
There you go. That's smart.
I'm planning my 50-year-old daughter's 51st birthday next week. And I said to Leslie, I said, how could you be 51 when I'm 50? Something went wrong in the math.
So I have a music question for you. I read on Wikipedia. You have a really good Wikipedia page. And by the way, everybody, check out johnbworld.com because he has a really nice website. Very easy to see everything that's going on. And he's got a bunch of tour dates coming up in February and throughout February and March and some other dates. So check it out, johnbworld.com. I read on Wikipedia your early influences were Duran Duran, INXS, Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson, Babyface, Prince, and Sade. Now, I have a question about two of it because, number one, Babyface is who you have your first big, Grammy-nominated hit with, and you were signed to their record label, And so how was that for you, like having one of your influences, like kind of find you, discover you, help get you out, and then you have a huge hit with singing with someone who was an influence?
Very, very surreal to think. Yeah. Very, very surreal to think about, even to this day, to think about the order of events and how it happened. But I'm a firm believer in destiny and firm believer in God and that there's a plan for everyone, and that if you really truly believe and if you put your works to action, put your ideas to works, make some action in your life. Don't just have some great work that you sit on. But the thing that I had at a young age was a relentless drive to show people I wasn't just interested in being famous. I actually want to be the part of the nuts and bolts of what made things the way that they were musically in the scene. So I wanted to be a producer. I wanted to be a writer. And so I was producing everyone early on in my neighborhood that wanted to get produced. You came over to my house, I had a keyboard, I had 8-track. I could put a demo together pretty professionally for you.
I love that.
And so that was my early humble beginnings. But then I wanted to expand and really get in the music business. So, my senior year of high school, I was really diligent in going down to Hollywood and sort of like hanging out in the record company buildings and just really getting to know A&Rs hey man, this guy won't leave. I have to ask security escort this guy out the building, man, because he won't leave. This guy he's stuck here. No, I was kind of like really like that kid you couldn't tell no, because I was in your face like, hey man, you want to hear some really amazing R&B music and hip hop, whatever. Oh God, sorry, not hip hop. No, yeah, but I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. But this is all around. Like, I mean, everything that was happening in the '90s for me musically was so inspiring. Groups like New Edition, producers like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, L.A. Reid and Babyface, Teddy Riley. These people were making the mark like it had never been in modern times in terms of, at that age, I was, a young man in high school, and I was very impressionable, and everything that was happening that was really major, like Bobby Brown or any successful R&B at that time, they were the people behind it. And so I wanted my music to sound like their music. And so when I would demo up songs and when I would make my songs, some of the sound selection that I would use for my drums, some of the I would just literally sample straight off the drum from like a New Edition record or from a Teddy Riley record, from a Babyface record. And so they became part of like my own understanding of music and how to produce. And so because of that, I felt it only right to go to Babyface and try to find him somehow and say, man, would you want to allow me to kind of get in there and be part of your production team, you know, somehow, and maybe co-write with you someday. That's my dream, is to co-write with you. And he was like, well, he's like, let me hear your stuff.
That's amazing. That's just
checked
amazing.
Everything out, and he loved it. You know, he checked everything out, and right away he knew it was a no-brainer for him. Like, I need to involve you with him. My first project I got to do, which I'm so honored to have been a part of, is After 7. His brothers.
Yeah, I've met them.
And God rest Melvin Edmonds. You know, God rest his soul. We lost him, you know, last year, and you know, that was a hard blow for the Edmonds family and for me, the extended family, and just someone who got the pleasure and honor of working with him. You know, and I'm a really good friend of Jason Edmonds, his son. So yeah, man. That was a huge honor, man. The album Reflections, I produced about 5 or 6 records on there. And
actually, you wrote and produced a lot of stuff, though, because I read that you wrote and produced stuff for Luther Vandross, Tony Braxton, Color Me Bad, which I'm friends with all those guys from Color Me Bad, As Yet. And I also I know a big thing, because if Michael Jackson was one of your influences, and that you remixed the Michael Jackson song "You Are Not Alone," and you didn't just remix it, you were asked to remix it, which is there's a difference between just remixing something and being asked to remix it.
Yeah, it's a trip, man. I got to speak to him. We were actually managed by the same management company, and it was really special how it happened, because I got a call from Mike, and you know, he just let me know that he really appreciated me doing it, and that he loved what he heard. And I was just like, man, I would love to collaborate in any sense. So to be able to do this, you know, an extension, you know, getting to work with your voice in a sense, and then have you call me up, thanks so much. And later, I met him later at an award show in London at the Brit Awards. Because we were, like I said, we were managed by the same manager. He was able to walk me backstage, and I was able to see him.
That's cool.
You know what amazes?
Take a picture with him. You know.
That's awesome.
What amazes me to date is.
But yeah, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan.
You mentioned someone before that I'm a great fan of, was Marvin Gaye. Today, if they play "Ain't No Mountain High Enough" by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, I still scream and want to dance from it. Motown never dies. Motown lives forever. That music will be classical 100 years from now. And Marvin Gaye, a very unfortunate man because of his crazy father, was probably one of the greatest talents we've had back in the 50s.
I think Marvin is really the epitome of swagger. You know, if Frank Sinatra had a sense of this regal sort of the man who, you know, made you want to cry into your beer, as he said, you know, I would think that Marvin Gaye was sort of the man who, you know, who was just sort of like, he had the swagger to just romance the entire world. I mean, he really showed you what romance and the belief in love, in a sense of like our gratitude for the female and wanting to cherish. And sort
absolutely,
of that sense of chivalry is what I want. I was looking for the word, but chivalry, I think, is what Marvin Gaye was so eloquent.
And he had
about it, you know.
He had a wonderful, velvety, whispery, soft voice. Now, let me clarify out there for those of you. I made a statement about his crazy father. His father shot him to death because he was gay. So tell me about a crazy father. That father had nerve, because he took away from millions of people the joy that Marvin Gaye could probably still be bringing us today. I hope they killed the father. Did they put him in the electric chair or something?
I don't know.
That's terrible.
Sad,
but also, though, we have to say, too, though, that you got the whole swagger thing going on still. I mean, I actually didn't realize how young you were when you first started, but either way, like you look exactly the same. Your new video, which everybody needs to go get the new single, Priceless. The new video is amazing. You look amazing in it. The outfit, everything that you got going on, the beautiful woman, everything in it is super great.
That was a fun video to make.
Oh, we froze.
He froze.
He'll be coming back
when they're in a car. It's
right here on the cliffs of Malibu. my man hooked up, private helicopter service for that sort of just, I really wanted to woo my listener visually. With the song is a song about being, a woman being wooed, you know what I mean, or that sense of chivalry and that sense of like, you're priceless, and you really, you ladies are priceless, and you should always feel like, you should have everything in the world. It's not a materialistic record. It's more.
I'm not a lady.
It's more about like, it's, for me, like, like, yeah, that's how I feel, because my lady knows she's priceless, and and it's I gotta speak it from my perspective. I mean, at this point, if I want to woo my lady at this point, it takes some big things. So I just go, nah, I mean, that's not everything, but I mean, the materialistic things aren't my goal in that record. What it really is the goal is to let a woman know that, she's worth a man, obviously doing nice things for her, but beyond the nice things is like, this should be everything. It should be raining down nice things, because you're priceless.
I agree with you.
I don't feel like women really
totally
value themselves enough, and I feel like they need to be told
why.
it sometimes.
Okay, hang on.
In a song.
You know why they don't value themselves? Because I have heard rap music where the singer was singing, "Woman, I'ma beat your ass, I'ma slit your throat, I'ma kill you, bitch, because you ain't nothing but a fucking whore." Now, that was in a rap song that I heard one day from somebody's car radio, and I couldn't help but yell back, "You're a sick motherfucker to want that music, and your girlfriend is in the car." In my day, we had lyrics. The lyrics were, "Stand there just a moment, darling, let me catch my breath. I've never seen a picture quite so lovely." Women felt special. Women felt that they were feminine, that a man was strong and masculine and she was weak and feminine, but she wasn't. She was always strong, but she liked being a woman. Today, women want to have bigger dicks than we do. They want to go out there and kick our ass. They want to put us down as much as they can. And I think it's dreadful. That love today has become a contest. Men put women down, women put men down, and it's so much in music.
And that's one thing that's cool about your music is that you don't.
It's
You're chivalrous. Your music is chivalrous.
It's romantic. We need to bring romance back into the world. We have too much pornography, too much sex.
I think right now, the thing that is, I'm one to believe that if we don't like brighten the atmosphere a little bit, things can get dark really quickly. So I'm just gonna say, on a lighter note, like, I'd like to praise like the youth of today and like all the creativity that's happening right now in the music scene. Being that music has changed tremendously from when I started, and I was very successful with the music and the style that I made back in the 90s, but obviously now the style has changed in 2020. So, and music has evolved, and it has to. So if you don't evolve with the times and with the music, then you all of a sudden are known as sort of like someone who only can exist in the 90s. And as a creative being, I don't really feel like I should limit myself in that box. So I've always grown with the times and evolved with the times and allowed the sounds. And like I said, when I started telling you about Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and Babyface being an influence, the same way that I allowed them to influence me, I'll let a Sway Lee or a DJ Mustard or, Ty Dolla $ign of today influence me.
I love Ty Dolla $ign.
And I grew up with Ty Dolla $ign. That's family. And the thing is, like, for me, allowing their music to come in and influence me in a positive way is a beautiful thing, because I'm learning something all the time. At 45, I don't feel jaded in any way by the music industry, as cutthroat and cold as the music industry has been.
Get your camera back on your face again, because there you go. Because there you go.
And also, music. Look at Johnny Mathis and
ask him do you know who Johnny Mathis is?
Of course.
Yeah.
And yeah. Frank Sinatra. You know who Frank Sinatra is?
Yeah, he definitely knows Frank Sinatra.
Yes. And you know who Marilyn Monroe was?
Of course.
Okay. These people achieved greatness. That's why 70 years later, their names are still being used, their songs are still being played, and her movies are still being shown. So I don't believe that it's an age thing. We're very
Yeah.
good. We're very good friends with CeCe Peniston.
Peniston.
Peniston. I call her Peniston, and her Finally song. We play it on our show. People still love it. They want to buy it. How many years ago did CeCe do that song? You know why? Because she's great, and we love her to death. She's one of our sweetest friends, and she's still working all over the place. So I think if you are good, you will last time.
Yeah.
The crappy
That's like
ones,
with anything, man. I truly believe that with anything,
yeah.
craft work, art, artifact work. My cousin is an amazing. He works with his hands with art and like making like glass work and blowing glass and just amazing like artwork, and that's to be revered as well. Anything. I don't care how big or small you may perceive what you do creatively. As long as you make something from nothing, I have respect for you. And to be able to grow it as a business and turn whatever it is that you're into creatively into a business, that's a very hard thing to do.
Yes,
And
it is.
let alone make your living doing it and continue to make your living doing what you love. That's not working at all. That's really just living a dream is what it is. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that you, because I think you have 7 albums out, right?
I stopped counting, man. Yeah.
I think you have like 7 albums coming out, and all your albums. One thing about you, and I think your music has evolved. Every time you do something, it's different, but it still has.
Yeah, but wait a second.
Wait.
Hang on. His music has evolved, but his talent and voice is the same.
No, it's the same, and
Remember
you
that.
have a very distinctive voice.
I mean, like 30 years from now, he may be singing some kind of weird shit from Mars, but his voice will still be the
That's
same.
right.
So let's put it this way, folks. If you have a good voice, you will go on and on and on. But if you stink and you're a phony and you have electronics to make you sound good when you screw up, you ain't going anywhere.
No, I agree with that. But what I was going to say before
That's facts. That's facts right there. That's facts.
Well, you can't auto-tune a
I
ballad.
think-
You sing a lot of ballads, and you can't auto-tune a ballad. You can either sing or you can't.
Yeah, and when you sing R&B,
I think auto-tune has begun. It's been around now for so long now, and the kids now were like sort of born when auto-tune was. If you're 20 years old now, you were basically born when auto-tune came out. So
Right.
You've never known a world,
Hang on.
they've never known a world without auto-tune. So let me just hear me out. This is what I'm talking about. There are 2 types of singers. There's the kind of singers who use it as a tool to make a texture that is pleasing to the ear that would be more than if they sang by themselves just raw vocal. That would be like, you know what I mean? and then they go, yeah, da, 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 da. And then through auto-tune, it sounds like that. You know what I mean? So let more power to them. My whole thing is like, whatever moves the creativity forward, I'm all for it, because we can't stand still, and no man is an island, and we can't keep patting ourselves on the back for what we're good at. I feel like the power and the wisdom is in passing a great thing on.
I agree. I agree with that to a degree, but I also think that the people who really become successful, because the auto-tune is kind of like a gimmick, and I think the fact that you can actually sing is why you're still around 25 years later.
Well, I think what it does is auto-tune has encouraged people who normally wouldn't try to sing. Now,
Yes.
all of a sudden, now you got them trying. Now we're starting somewhere. And now I feel like...
but it's bullshit. It's fake. It's
Hey, man.
fake. And you know what?
It's like training wheels. It's like training wheels to a person with bike, to ride a bike. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. Hang on.
I get your point, but I don't really want to talk about whether auto-tune is fake or not.
No, but listen
That's
to me.
the whole point.
Listen to
That's
me.
like a whole
Listen to me.
dynamic down there.
Listen to me.
Hang on, real
Listen
quick.
to me. You've got 10 men in a room. 5 men have wonderful voices, and 5 men need auto-tune. The 5 men with the wonderful voices just now lost the chance of winning because the 5 phonies came in with auto-tune. So talent means nothing today. It's all how mechanically you can sing. Okay? I'm a believer in talent.
I got your point. Believe me, That's why we don't have to have the conversation. It's more for everyone that's out there.
Well, okay, shut your mind down. It's okay with me.
Anyway, well, what I want to go back to.
I don't have an opinion about autotune because I use it as a tool myself, and I can sing.
But you have a voice.
But
you have a voice. You can sing with an open.
But it's
clean
also
mic.
a style. See, with music, we use things as textures sometimes and as effects. You know what I mean? Because we want to hear a certain texture, a certain way. So maybe we want a more mechanical, robotic texture to our voice, and we want to add that to make it sound like it's 2020 and give it that sort of swag.
You don't do it on every
feel right now.
You don't do it on
so
every.
That's the whole thing. And if you don't understand that because you don't listen to the music all the time, and you know that that's like a fad, that's more like a style that's happening. Just like you would put on a certain style of glasses that you normally wouldn't wear 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 50 years ago. You do it now because it's 2020. It's the same reason why you would put auto-tune on a voice or tune it up and make it sound like
well, thank God when you go to the opera, they don't use auto-tune. That they still have voices.
So hold on, I want to go because this whole auto-tune thing got me off the whole track. Because my whole point of bringing it up in the first place was the fact that although your music has evolved, and for 25 years you put out all these albums and the music is always great, and even though all the songs, they don't sound the same because you've evolved, but you can always tell your voice because you can sing. And so like I heard, when I heard Priceless, the first time, I didn't know it was your song.
Wait a second.
Wait, let me finish my point.
Before I look, is there auto-tune in Priceless?
No. I don't know. I don't know if there is or not.
I didn't think so. I thought it was.
I don't know if there is or not.
I don't think so. It sounds like him.
Yeah, let's go see. That's how he sounds. But my whole point was, as soon as I heard the song, I didn't know who sang the song. So when I heard the song, as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, that sounds like John B. because I know your voice from all those years. And so then I Googled it, Priceless, who sings the song Priceless, and your name came up. And I was like, yeah, see, his music has evolved, but he still sounds like John B. I knew it, the voice immediately. There are very few people who sound like you. And so like you have created a niche for yourself that stands you apart from everyone else, and I believe that that's one reason why you've been so successful in your career. And so that was my whole point of bringing
But some people use auto-tune like Barbara Streisand. Barbara doesn't sing the notes she used to sing because she's 70. She's almost my age. Your vocals go, but she still sounds like Barbara Streisand. Now, we went to a concert. We saw a performer singing, Frankie Valli, and he was hitting high notes that are not possible at his age. So when we went backstage to meet the backup singers, I said, okay, who's the ghost?
Really tell this story.
Oh, shut up. I said, who's the ghost? I don't like him. Who's the ghost for Frankie Valli? And the guy came forward and said, me. He hits the high notes. They turn Frankie's mic off and he hits the high notes. That's cheating the audience, I feel, in a way. But I didn't like Frankie Valli, whatever his name is, because he didn't give us an interview. He was cold. He was rude. He was above it all. He's like a guinea from Brooklyn who thinks who he is. I'm a guinea from Brooklyn too, but I don't think who I am. And I spot these big shots and I really don't like them. Don't throw your weight around, kiddo, because you was something once. I always say. But honesty is the best policy. Years ago, everybody sang to a clean, open mic. No echo, no nothing, no reverb, nothing. They had voices. We enjoyed the voices, the beauty of the voice. Today, if you use it for a technique, fine. But don't sound like you're a Martian from outer space with that that weirdness to it.
He never does that. All right, let's get off the auto-tune.
I'm not talking about him. We're not talking. This guy has a voice. This guy don't need auto-tune. He does it to make his music today. I get that. I'm not stupid. But if he had to go out there and sing with a clean open mic, he probably could do a great job.
Yeah, I'm sure he can.
Can you?
Are we really having this conversation? Yes.
No, we know you. Of course you can. No, we know you can.
Okay,
I actually met you, like a million years ago at Y100 in Miami, Florida. I'm talking like 20 something years ago, because I used to be a celebrity clothing designer and I used to dress a lot of people, and they would let me come in when you would go and play little things at the show, and it was a lot of fun. So the fact that like you're here now 25 years later, I think it's very cool. Your music is fabulous. It looks like you're almost at the dentist and we're almost out of time.
And I want to close with one point. Opinions are our right. We all have a right to our opinions, whether we agree or disagree. It shouldn't be a feeling of anger or hurt. It's only an opinion. We all have them.
There you go.
So there you go. So I gave mine and you gave yours, and it was a good show, and I thank you so much. And yes, you can sing, so don't worry about it. You don't need auto-tune.
And all the women are still going crazy. Do you got any shows or anything you want to like give a shout out real quick of where you're going to be?
Seattle next week.
Oh, I'll be in Seattle next week. Tell me, wifey, where am I going to be?
Oh, let's say hi to Wifey. Turn your phone over to Wifey. Let's say hi to Wifey. Hi, gorgeous. It's so nice to meet you. Your husband and you are a gorgeous couple. I Googled
But
you
except
online.
we only have half a wifey. Could we see all a
Wait,
wifey?
move the camera. There we go.
Oh, there
Hello,
she is.
gorgeous. It's so
with
nice
the,
to
with
meet
the beautiful
you.
smile. With the beautiful smile.
That's enough. That's enough. Fellas. That's enough.
You're right. Because somebody's going to throw a net over and steal it from you.
Never. So anyway, you guys go to johnbworld.com. Follow him on Twitter at @officialjohnb. We want to thank you for coming on the show. We wish you all the success in everything that you're doing. Everybody go out and get Priceless. And do you have a new album dropping anytime soon?
Springtime is the new album.
All right, you
Springtime.
guys. So springtime.
Till then, hope to see you, man, with this new single, man. And check out my new video, Priceless, as well as Understand, featuring Donnell Jones as well.
Oh, that's a good one too. I saw the videos. You guys can see all the videos by going to johnbworld.com. Click the video tab. It's the top video. You'll love it. All right, John. Thank you so much.
Love your music. Love your
Guys.
style.
Hey, you guys. Thank you
you,
so
guys.
much. Have a good one. Have a
Take
great
care.
weekend.
Thank you for a good
Take care.
show.
Bye
You
bye.
guys
Bye now. Bye-bye.
Man, peace.
All right,
Bye.
everybody. Yay. I need to hit one of them up because I'm really jealous now. I feel like we might feel. So everybody was talking about how they loved his haircut too in there. Like his I guess they call that a fade, but I think that
It's
he
called a
looks
fade.
he looks amazing though, because like
They want to phase my hair. I said, fuck
no
you.
fade.
Phase or fade?
No, a fade is like when it's cut real short
Yeah,
with like a
in our,
line.
in our day, it was called a haircut.
Okay.
Like it's a new haircut. When I was 11 years old, I used to have my hair cut like that. I have pictures of myself in grammar school with the haircut they're wearing today. And I always told my mother I look like Adolf Hitler or a Nazi because they used to cut the sides so short and leave the top up with a big dip. You know, you had a
gotta,
dip
like,
on the
love
side.
So listen up.
Everything old is new again.
So listen up, everybody. First of all, we're gonna do a little like commercial. We want to thank
we
everybody.
have a commercial.
It's not a commercial. It's why I do it every week.
Oh, you're talking about all our
the
bullshit.
places that you can see us. So
Yeah.
first of all, everybody, you can listen to us live every Wednesday from 12 to 2 p.m. or 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 to 2 p.m. Pacific Time on our home station, the fabulous W4CY Radio. We're also on K4HD Radio in L.A., Jackalope Radio in St. Louis, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Audio Boom, Apple Podcasts, Podomatic, Spotify, Pandora. We're now on Pandora, everybody. Spreaker, Apple TV, and Podbean. We really appreciate it, though. If you're only going to go to one place, please go to iHeartRadio, as we've been in the top 100 podcasts 5 weeks in a row, I think, or maybe even 6 weeks in a row. And we're top 100 podcasts out of 750,000 podcasts in the world, so we really appreciate everybody's support going there. If you want to watch the show, you can see us on Comcast, Roku, Vimeo, YouTube, and soon we're going to be on Amazon Prime. Oh my God, that was like a whole mouthful.
Look how nice I look with a facelift.
Look how. Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't look good.
This hanging shit looks better. This hanging flap. Look, nah. Look at this crap happening.
Hub
Jesus.
Reynolds Jr. just joined us. Hey, Hub, what's up?
There's
Hope
a
all
junior.
is well.
Hub has a junior.
Well, no, his name's Hub Reynolds Jr. It's
Oh,
always
Hub.
been his name.
Look, half of the side looks young, the other half looks decrepit. I
It
believe.
looks
I believe.
fabulous.
Fuck you. I believe in facelifts. I think I'm going to get one as soon as I can afford it. Look at that, how nice that looks.
Oh, you look fabulous.
Get outta here. Look at this
Wait, we have to get rid of this thing there.
This
Okay.
wrinkles. Look at this hanging, whatever this shit's hanging in my face. Look, the neck is hanging. The mouth looks distorted. Ugh, age sucks. I hate age.
Oh, B. Claudia is also in the chat room now. I didn't see her before. Hey, B.
Hey,
B's in
baby.
Germany.
How you doing, B? When I spoke about Eurotrash, I did not mean you.
No, we love B.
You're far from Eurotrash, but
You're
you
fabulous.
know what Eurotrash is.
Anyway, Botox. Teresa Saban says Botox.
Nah, Botox is not going to work. This needs lift because at 80 years old, your balls hang, your face hangs, everything hangs.
I like the way your balls hang.
Must you make comments on that, you homosexual fairy? Such a faggot he is. Fairy, fairy, Mary Fairy.
Breno says he's heading to Georgia. He got off the phone with a new movie producer, and they're going to make a story about him. Congratulations, Hub. That's fantastic.
Can I play your biggest fan?
Of course, you can play his biggest fan.
I want to be Hub Reynolds' biggest fan in the movie.
There you go.
Jumping and screaming and watching my face flap up and down.
So listen up, everybody. Anybody who's in L.A. who wants to do something for Oscar Sunday, Ron and I are going to be at the Sue Wong Academy Gala. It's a big red carpet dinner. Watch the Oscars affair. If you want to get tickets, they're not inexpensive, but you can go to SueWongAcademyGala.com. We're going to be walking the red carpet along with a lot of cool people. A lot of people that have been on the show. Jan Birch is going to be there.
All of our
Harley
friends.
Wallen, Sadie Katz, Miles Reef, Scott Page, Stephen Perkins.
Every one of our friends that we've had on the show and on Facebook. It's going to be 70 of us. All good friends. So it's going to be a blast. We've never had 70 of us in the same room ever. It's a first. And I'm going as, because, you know, Jane Russell did Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. And I'm going as Diamonds Are a Man's Best Friend. When you see the pictures, you will know why. Maybe I could tape my face up.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, our next guest, Ozzy Aziz, is going to be there, and Tawny Katane, if you guys remember her as the girl in all the Whitesnake videos, and the beautiful girl who plays the love interest of Tom Hanks in Bachelor Party. And
could you tape my face up?
No.
Look how nice it looks on camera.
No, you look fine. Just
one
the way
side
it is.
looks like my father, one side looks like me. I hate age. Aging really blows.
Also, a whole bunch of people from Clown Motel are going to be there besides Joe Kelly. We have Dave Bailey and Alyssa Leonard are going to be there.
And Joe, feel better with your knee surgery.
And Sarah French and Marcel Walsh and Joe Netter from Blind.
Beautiful Sarah French.
Are going to be there.
And my sweet dear friend
Joe Castro and Steven Escobar, who do special effects on a lot of it. Director Thomas Churchill is going to be there.
Everybody we love. Everybody we love. It's going to be like old home week reunion.
And there's definitely a lot of us.
I wish my Angie Baby could be there, but next year, Angie Baby.
It also says, Tawny is psycho, but I'd still hit it. No, Irish, it says, Ron, stop it. You're gorgeous, and I don't think you need a facelift.
Oh, bullshit. Who said that? Who said that?
Angela,
Who
Joseph.
said that? Who said that?
And B. Claudia said, don't change any of your looks, as I love who you are and your amazing look. It's just perfect.
I hate both of you, all of you who are saying that. I want this gone. This shit's got to go. Look how nice that looks. Don't give me that.
He looks so fabulous.
Oh, please. Give me that. Look at that.
You don't need a facelift. They're all saying you don't need a facelift.
It's not a facelift. It's just a little tightening.
You gotta love it.
You know, when you're on camera, how would you all like to be on camera every week for 2 hours? You know, you watch yourself grow. I'm on this show now almost 9 years. And if I look at shows 9 years ago, oh my God, have I aged in 9 years? It's terrible being on a show weekly forever. Now, I have 2 movies coming out, and God forbid what I look like in those movies.
You already know you look fabulous.
No, I'm not.
Which, by the way, February 18th, everybody, Clown Fear is going to be available. You'll be able to buy it in all the stores and all the download sites. Ron's got a role in it. And then sometime soon, Big Frickin' Rat is going to be coming out also. So 2 movies that he's in, and if you want to see some of his earlier works, you can get Croker. It's probably on eBay.
why must you? See, you do something nice, and then you become an evil fucking queen.
No, no,
you're an evil queen. Now you got to bring up Croker. I was good in Croker.
Yeah, you're good in it.
The films was not. Well,
good.
Anyway. My performance is good because I was a vintage actor. But everybody in that film, he picked up in the street as he walked around. You want to be in a movie? You want to be in a movie? None of them were actors. So they didn't know how to act. Now, my performance looks like it's a show-off performance because I'm the only one that's good. And I'm not saying it to be narcissistic or conceited, but the fucking truth is the truth. The picture's not good. The dialogue was hideous. I had to almost rewrite all my lines because the lines were not like a guy from Brooklyn, you know, a tough cop from Brooklyn. They were more like a Sissy Mary from Pittsburgh. Anyway.
You gotta like funny, but we had fun with it anyway.
Maybe I should have a nose job too. Maybe I get rid of the ball on the end of my nose. Look at that ball on my nose. I never had that, you know. When I was young, I had a very sloped little nose. Now I got what we call in Italian una patata. A patata is a potato. Now I got a big potato at the end of my nose.
It's fabulous.
How would I look with a nose job? Oh, look like the Phantom of the Opera. Look at that. I know someone that looks like this, like an anteater.
You don't
Anyway.
look like an Indian. Everybody, listen up, everybody, and like he's like.
Hey, we're all our own worst enemy.
He's
How
his
many
own-
of you women look in the mirror and say you're fat when you're really not? Anyway, I'm so happy to say that I fixed all the seating at the Oscar party. And my Sadie Katz is sitting next to me, and I can't wait to hug my little Sadie. I love her. Who's on the other
Oh,
side?
they're
of
talking
me?
about yes, the dogs are behind you, Miles.
Oh, Miles is up. I'm between Miles and Sadie.
I don't know. You can be next to him.
No, you got to put Sadie.
Ozzy will be next to you. Ozzy's coming on next.
Oh my God, I got Ozzy to the right and Sadie to the left. Am I in my heaven? I just hope they don't turn quickly and knock me over with their tits.
It'll be a lot of fun. We're going to call Ozzy in 5 minutes, so we have to talk. for 5 more minutes.
Ozzy! And Ozzy, we love
Also, you
Ozzy.
guys, Friday night we're going to see Agramon's Gate. It's the world premiere of Agramon's Gate, the movie starring Jan Birch, who was on last week.
Who looks
It's-
incredible.
It's
by
Harley
the way.
Wallen's. It's Harley Wallen's film, and it also stars Laureen Landon,
My other
one of our
sweetheart,
favorites.
who's
and-
not coming to our Oscars because she goes to a different Oscar party.
Yes,
but if
was
she were
invited.
coming to our party, I would have Sadie to the left, Ozzy to the right, and Lorene on my face,
Yeah.
sitting on my face.
It's going to be fabulous, though, you guys. So Agramon's Gate, we're going, excuse me, to Beverly Hills
Yes, darling.
to,
Beverly
to
Hills,
see the premiere.
darling, to hobnob with the snob.
And if you go on YouTube, you can type in Agramon's Gate trailer, and it'll come up, and you can see it's going to be a great movie, and we can't wait to go see it.
And Jan is really scary.
Yeah, Jan Birch is really a
I mean,
talented actor.
they made him look like, I can't give the plot away, but they made him look ugly and old and evil and wicked.
And we want to congratulate Angela Joseph, who in the chat room is Jane Doe, because she just
Why
signed.
is she Jane
she's-
Doe?
I don't know, because that's her character name in Clown Motel. She's they don't know who she is, so she's Jane Doe.
What do you mean they don't know who she is?
Because she's a dead.
You know, tell Knee Job, I didn't get my script yet. When do you want to give me my script?
It'll come. Anyway, hang on. I'm going back.
Knee Job is Joe Kelly, because he's having his knee operated on.
So we're going back though to Angela. I want to give her a shout out because she just finished filming in Denver the film Compatible with
Which
Joe
they
Kelly.
did it. They shot it in 7 days. That one I got to see.
It's going to be fantastic, and we want to congratulate her because she just signed on to with a manager, a new manager, and a 3-picture deal that she's doing with Joe Kelly. So we want to congratulate both of them from Sumner Twins talent.
Well, I don't know what you're doing, honey, to get 3-picture deals, but I do the same thing with Jimmy.
Oh
to
no,
get-
she says Jane Doe is alive. Oh well, Jane Doe's somebody in Clown Motel though. I know that. And
Which-
she says
The,
soon.
the Clown Motel we saw, or 2?
Clown Motel 1. She was in Clown Motel 1.
Where was she in Clown Motel?
She's
1?
in it all over the place.
Oh, go away.
Oh my God.
Angie Babies in Clown Motel 1?
Yes.
What was I, in a coma that night?
Yeah.
I don't remember Angie Baby.
wow.
How could you miss those tits?
Anyway, she says
I
thank
mean,
you
she
so
got like
much for her
99 Z.
congratulations.
Her bra side is 99Z.
She's
you
in
know,
it at
she
different
co- she
stages
co-
of life, so her daughters are in it.
Wait a
like,
minute.
as
Her,
the younger
her tits come on camera before she does, you know.
Yeah, I love
She
it.
walks forward, you see her tits, and then gradually you see her. Angie, where are you in Clown Motel 1? Well,
Anyway,
did she
you have
wear
to
a wig
watch
or
it again.
something? Was she like a blonde or something?
She's at the end. Her daughter is the younger Jane Doe, and she's the older Jane Doe. Like in the
I have
picture
no
that shows
memory.
over time.
You know what? Yeah, I need my brains checked too. I'm losing it. I'm really losing
They say
memory.
watch it again. We're going to be seeing it many times because
Watch
we're
it
going to be
again. I couldn't sit through it the first time. I was in agony.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Good thing it's a comedy.
It's,
I mean, that scene where that guy is banging the. I mean, really now? Come on.
that was the best.
I know. That's why the movie is a hit. It's selling all
Biggest
over
hit
Europe.
around. Biggest
Biggest
indie
hit.
horror film of
I got to
2019.
tell you, folks, go get Clown Motel. You're going to love it. It's all over the world. It was a super duper surprise to everyone because everyone that saw it thought, it's an okay film. Some people thought, it stinks. Some people said, I love it. Well, the world loves it. It's all over. It's selling big time. All those crappy stores, like, what are they called? Those stores, Margate, what are they called?
Target.
Target.
Target, Walmart.
Walmart. Those stores are sold out. They're in their 3rd pressing of the movie.
You guys, the movie is actually got some phenomenal parts to it. It's a lot of fun, and it was the #1 independent horror film of 2019, which means it's a big hit. So everybody
and I
should
am
see
very
it.
proud to be in Clown Motel 2.
And Jane Doe says Hammy's going to get you, Ron.
Oh, hear me, please. I think back at the film and I start to laugh because if you sit there and think it's a classic horror film, you're wrong. It's a classic spoof and a camp on horror films. And people have to understand
It was
that.
so much fun.
But I don't think that their PR people got the word out that it's a campy film. It's a fun film. You're going to enjoy every minute of it because it's full of, well, I didn't care for a lot of the gore. Sometimes it's chopping up people's not my thing. But it was done in such a way that you weren't repulsed by it. Please go out and rent or buy Clown Motel 1.
Oh, it's called Clown Motel Spirits Arise. I think.
When did they add the Spirits
It's always
Arise?
been that way.
Well, I never
It
know.
just goes by Clown Pound Town.
Well, anyway, go buy fucking Clown
All right, so we're
Motel.
gonna call Ozzy now.
gonna
And
call
see
her.
what we
Ozzy,
can do.
Ozzy.
So go ahead, Scotty J. We're not playing any music or anything. Let's just call her. You guys, this is Ozzy Aziz. I'm not sure, but she was one of the first guests we ever had on the show.
Before me, BR, before Ron. Oh, this wrinkled fucking face. I can't stand it. Can I do the show holding my face back?
No.
I'm going to
I
tape.
love it.
Next week, I'm taping. That's where they have invisible tape you put here, and then you pull it back and you tie it behind your head. All the stars do it. And look how nice. I'm taping. I'm never showing this wrinkled, ugly old fucking mug again. Look
No,
how
they say
nice.
no, Ron. They
Look
say
how-
no, Ron.
Oh, fuck you. Mind your business. Look at this.
Ozzy's asking for a few more minutes. She's putting her
okay.
face on. Speaking of faces, she's putting her face on.
There
well,
we go.
She's really jacking up her knobs with her push-up bra.
She's got like the biggest boobs ever.
She's-
So you guys, I'll tell
Wait,
you.
let's talk about her body. I mean, my daughters love her. They're very good friends. Ozzy's good friends with both my daughters. And my daughters said, out of all of the beautiful women in the world, Ozzy has the best body. If she ever took the test, there's not an ounce of fat on her body. She works out 100 times a week. She eats healthy food.
Well, she's a yogi.
She owns an island somewhere, which is a health farm. She's the most fascinating, interesting, beautiful woman, and I can't wait for her to come on.
And she has a studio called the Wellness of Oz Yoga,
Right.
Meditation, and Workshop Studio in Burbank, California.
So if you're having trouble with dieting, go there. She'll help you out. I wish she could pull my face back.
you never know.
How come out of all of our friends we don't have a plastic surgeon?
I don't know. We don't.
We have to go
because we
for-
don't need one. Look at you. You're the most gorgeous thing
Oh,
on the planet.
Jimmy, you're-
Everywhere we go, he gets hit on. You guys. I don't mean just
They
like.
do that because they want to make the old guy happy
That's
before
not
he kicks the
true.
ball. They think I'm going to die any day
No,
and
they
make
don't.
me happy.
You guys, it doesn't matter where we go. He gets hit on by men and women everywhere we go. Everywhere, not just like once in a
They
while.
don't hit on-
Sometimes it's like 10 people
No,
in a day, in a night will hit on
what
him.
Jimmy calls hit on is a compliment.
Okay,
They
yeah.
look at me and they say, "Oh, you're 80 and you're not pissing and shitting
They don't know
yourself."
you're 80. They just go up to you and say
and-
you're
and-
gorgeous,
and
and
you
then you
s-
tell them you're 80.
and you still can see and you still can walk at
And
80.
you should see the gay pig men in like the grocery stores who like lick their lips when he walks by. It's terrible.
What pig man in the grocery store?
All the different pig men everywhere we go, grocery store, Lowe's,
oh,
Home
Jimmy, you live
Depot.
in I don't know what world
They
you
like
live
all
in.
like go by him. They grab their crotches. They lick their tongues. They do all kinds of shit up for him. Like it's not even.
You know what?
funny.
If Jimmy did drugs when he was younger, I would have said he's a burnout. But I can't even say that. So what I can say is he's just mentally ill.
I am not mentally ill. You know it happens. You just don't want people to know it.
No. Now, if I look like this, maybe a little bit.
No, he gets younger people hitting him up too, Teresa. She says younger people will hit on you. When we were at NAMM going up the escalator, the three girls were screaming at him how gorgeous, and they couldn't have been more than 25, and they were like gorgeous supermodel, like hot girls screaming at how gorgeous he was. He loved it too. He loved every minute of it.
No, I didn't. You know what? I didn't know about it till I got on the bottom. And I think Eileen or somebody told me. I thought they were screaming because they were just crazy.
No, they were screaming because they were screaming, "Look at you! You're so gorgeous!"
I know, but I turned around and looked behind me, and there was a very unattractive person behind me.
Yeah, but so you know they weren't talking about them. They were talking about you.
And if my face was taped, they would have really screamed. They would have thrown their bras at me.
They probably would have done that anyway.
I'm taping next week. Look, Jimmy, I'm never putting this face on the air with the wrinkles. Look how nice that looks.
But you can try it and see
Jimmy,
what
for
people
my
say.
80th birthday, give me a facelift.
Well, somebody. So listen up, anybody out there. I've got 12 movies I'm working on, anywhere from $1.5 million to $15 million. And if you want to be a producer and invest in a film and give me some money, then I'll get paid and I can get him a facelift. So let's see if we can do that, everybody.
And a nose job. The end of my nose is too fat. I want the end of my nose made thinner. It looks like a bulb. You know who I look like? Mr. Magoo. Remember Mr. Magoo,
my
the
God.
cartoon character?
I didn't like Mr. Magoo, but I liked Leslie Nielsen playing Mr. Magoo because
I
Leslie
love
Nielsen was hot.
Mr. Magoo cartoon. He used to fall all over and doors bang. He was a fabulous I can't stand these wrinkles.
I used to have a Mr. Magoo doll, action figure.
I think I did too.
But Mr. Magoo, you guys should watch the movie with Leslie Nielsen. He's so gorgeous, it's not even funny, and he's funny.
And is the
I would have passed out if I let
well, that's
Leslie
because
Nielsen
you're
on
a
his
sick
showers.
fruit. I mean, you're a sicky old quill.
I would have loved to meet him.
He couldn't get I got on a shirt with jockey and he was in slippers. And he answered the door. He said, "No, I'm never dressed." You know, I thought that's interesting. I said, "Now, should we all take our clothes off?" But I don't wear under. And he said, "If you want."
I'd have been there.
And
in a
I
second.
declined. And I, you disgust. Well, you know when they
If
talk.
I was single, I would have been there in a second.
You know when they talk about degenerate homos, they must be talking
about me.
you.
Oh well.
Yeah, you're a
So Dave
degenerate
Hughes says he
homo.
was actually told once that he would look like Tom Cruise from behind. Then he wrote, probably because we're both only 5'4".
Who said that?
Dave Hughes.
Dave,
UK.
stop it, Dave.
Dave is so nice. Dave's fabulous, but it is funny.
Does this look stupid if I just sit there holding my breath? This is what I'm going to do from now on. Look,
No, you
those
can't
of
do
you
that.
who are watching can see what I'm doing, and you've got to agree with me. It's much better.
Mm-mm.
Jimmy, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Sure I do.
You want me old and ugly, so,
All the chat room
so
people
nobody
are
will
loving
take you away from me.
They're not going to take you away anyway.
Yes, they are.
No, Dave Hughes is laughing, though.
I got news for you. If Dave Hughes put it past, I'd move to England. Because Dave Hughes is a degenerate, too.
Joe says Joe Kelly is monitoring this conversation and said to Ron he does not get on his knees. Laugh out loud. I don't even know when you said it.
Joe, I never said that, Joe. No.
Joe, though, no, we were talking about Joe just had knee surgery, everybody, yesterday. Joe Kelly from Clown Motel, so we hope you're we hope you're doing well in your recovery
I
today.
have to be nice to Joe. Joe and I both are in a movie coming up when we get our scripts where we both play newscat. No, what do we play?
Oh, she said you called him knee boy.
No, I never called him deep. Did
yeah,
I?
you did.
You know what?
That was about but you were talking about his operation.
Yeah. Oh, how dirty those two pigs are. That Angie Baby and Joe Kelly slobs. Really dirty, slobby pigs. I can't wait to be in
You
their
guys
company.
know Joe Kelly, too, because he was in A Star is Born with Lady
Joe
Gaga.
Kelly is my next husband. He is a 6'3", gorgeous, well-built, handsome, adorable sweetheart of a kind, gentle, innocent boy or man. How old is that guy?
I think he's like 30.
30. He
don't
looks.
know.
He looks like 21. But anyway,
He is a really good-looking guy, and
Yes.
he's going to
And
Joe
he-
Kelly's going to be with us at the Oscar
Yes.
party on Sunday,
And-
Sue Wong
and-
Academy
and-
Gala.
and I hope he proposes to me at the Oscars.
No, he's not going to propose to you.
You never know, bitch. Shut your mouth. Look how nice that looks. Anyway, yeah, Joe Kelly, get better with your knee, baby. He was in a bad auto wreck, and it fucked up his knee. And Joe Kelly's a jumper, and he uses that right leg, I believe, to jump, and he's unable to do so.
I mean, he's a jumper. What's that mean?
I
I thought
mean,
he was a paramedic or something.
no, he's a
part-time.
jumper. When he sees me, he jumps all
Oh.
over me. No. He's a runner and a jumper. You know, they run and they
He's
jump
an
over
athlete.
the fence. Anyway, he can't run, and his knee is screwed up, so now they're giving him an operation.
He
on
had
his
it
knee.
yesterday.
So I wrote on Facebook, Joe Kelly having an operation. They're removing 3 inches from his 9-inch penis. No, I'm sorry. They're removing 3 inches from his 12-inch penis, and now he only has 9 inches. That's what you should have
Now they're
commented
saying, "Oh
on.
my God!" And now she said he's laughing very loud.
Oh, Joe?
Yeah, and everybody says they love the conversation. Hey,
Wait a minute. Joe, you didn't read my fucking Facebook comment?
he might not have been on Facebook yet. He's
Oh,
in the
well,
hospital.
he's laying in a hospital. What is he doing? Jerking off and
No.
watching Facebook. What else is there to do in a hospital? You didn't read that about... Well, anyway, it was a
You'll
joke.
find out soon.
It's a joke. You know, I wrote about them painting X's on our doors in Palm Springs if we have the flu. And one of my people said to me, "Ron, is that true? Are they real?" I said, "Honey, are you sick or what? It's a joke. Ha, ha, ha. Don't you know how to laugh?" People take everything I say seriously. take 90% of what I say not seriously. Oh no, here she comes. Look,
It says he's on my Facebook wall.
she's in the dark.
My internet. I'm trying to get light, and this is not working. Am I too dark?
Yeah, we can't even
No,
see you.
take your brassiere off and let your nipples
Whoa, look! I have a see-through top on.
Wait, open up the window. Open up the blinds on your window.
I tried that, and then I'm really black. Let me walk around. I'm in a hotel room, so it's
what's
kind of
new?
dark. This way?
Yeah, keep going. It's getting better. Now we can actually see
Go
that.
in the bathroom. Sit on the john. That's where you'll be comfortable.
Sit on the toilet? All right, we'll sit on the toilet.
And turn the bathroom
We're
light
doing
on.
interviews from the toilet. This is hilarious. One sec. Yes, it's so Aussie. Let me plug it in. Hang on. Hang on. Don't look at my messy bathroom in the wait. I'm sitting on the toilet.
Why are you in a hotel right now?
Because I'm not home. Why not?
Okay. So everybody, this is Ozzy.
Wait, before you introduce, I have to say something. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you more. I miss you. My daughters love you. When are you coming back to Palm Springs to give us another evening of pleasure and joy?
Whenever you want me to.
Whenever you want, fuckface. You don't have to wait. Just come and tell us you're coming.
So I bought the most sexiest gown yesterday for our event. Wait until you see it. You're not going to keep your hands off me, Ron. You're going to go nuts.
I never do, and you're sitting next to me. So if I drop my napkin on the floor and suddenly my head's under the table.
It's beautiful. How are you, Jimmy? I miss you so much.
I'm good. I miss you too. Hold on. We have to do an actual intro because we haven't had you on. So here we're going to go. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Jimmy Star. We want to welcome Ozzy Aziz to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Ozzy's one of my oldest friends. We've known each other forever, and she still looks the same as she did 25 years ago. She's fabulous, and you guys are all going to love her. So welcome to the show, Ozzy.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. How are you all?
And I feel sorry for all of our 5 million viewers who are not her friend, because if you were, you would be getting such a gift. There are so many people in our lives. Some are sincere, some are full of shit, some are phony, some are users, some are real friends. Ozzy is one of the most wonderful people you'll ever want to meet. Her heart and her soul is really cleansed. She's just one of the purest people I know, and no smoke up your ass and no bullshit, because I don't do that. If I don't like you, I don't even talk to you. But Ozzy, I met years ago through Jimmy, and she stole my heart. And I told Jimmy, 2 people I want next to me, or I don't go to the Oscars. I want Sadie Katz on one side, and I want Ozzy on the other. And I got my way.
Yay!
You guys wait until you see my outfit. You're going to be going crazy.
Well, because the tits are going to be hanging out half see-through. I can imagine what it is.
It's long, it's fabulous, it's classy, but sexy all at once.
Color.
It's just beautiful, and it's completely skin tight. So it's not going to be Yogi Ozzy. It's going to be going back to entertainer Ozzy from back in the day.
We're going to have a good time. 70 of our friends are going to be there. People
I
we
got
know
70 people invited to this.
So we're going to party away. I mean, the rest of them could be jerks. We don't give a shit. But our 70 people, we are going to wreck that room. We are going to party away. We are going to be absolutely outrageous because all of the nuts are coming. We don't have normal friends.
We have 8 tables.
Yeah, and we don't have normal friends. All of our friends are a little bizarre or unusual.
And you're on our table.
And you're at our table. So it's going to be a lot of tits and ass. All the girls that are coming are actresses that are in the movies we do. They all have beautiful bodies with big tits and big asses, and they're going to be wearing next to nothing. Who's competing with who? Like, whose nipples are sharper than the other ones? But anyway.
I don't know. Mine are constantly erect. They've always been like that. So.
So Dave Hughes is going to have a heart attack when he sees the pictures because
actually already Dave Hughes has been in our chat room since the show started. Practically,
he's a pervert. He
knows who you are, and you and Sadie Katz he loves because like for the last 20 minutes he's like, "Where's Ozzy? Where's Ozzy? When are you bringing on Ozzy?" So say hi to Dave because he's a total whore woman magnet.
Hi, love. How are you? Are you going to be there on Sunday?
He's in the UK. Unfortunately.
Well, I'll be in the UK in a month. Hello.
You should go see him. He's crazy. He is a sex fiend. If it weren't for all the girls that come on our show, he would never masturbate. It's only because of that he masturbates a lot.
Yeah, he loves all of them.
He loves all of them. All you got to do is show cleavage and he comes. I mean, it's amazing. Talk about quick 2 seconds. So wait, I want to hear my honey. Tell me now, since we saw you last in my living room, what's been happening?
Well, these retreats, these international retreats, things have just blown up. So the healing center's being built now on the island of Cyprus. The retreats are fabulous. Did you see my little videos that I had made of the last one?
I saw them too.
Yes, and then I have a couple of celebrity clients that I work out, but I can't. I'll tell you guys those names in secret. Otherwise, if I say them online, I'm going to get my butt kicked.
Well,
but
rightfully so.
I have to make them look fabulous like me. They keep saying, why don't you ever age? Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, well, let me give you my little Aussie secret. No, but then you guys don't age too. You've looked the same for the last 400 years as well. Like, what is wrong with us?
Yeah, but wait a minute. We don't have your body. My daughters both, Leslie and Deirdre, say that Ozzy has the best body they've ever seen of any of the beautiful, glamorous girls we know. There's not an ounce of fat, flab, or anything on your body. Your body is as sculptured as an 18 or a 17-year-old. You're the one that works out. Granted, you never had children, which fucks up your body. What a lot of women say, it stretches out. And
whatever. That's an excuse. I work with pregnant women and I get them back into shape.
There you go.
One woman said she had triplets and her uterus, she tripped over her uterus. But, So you have a body of death, the face of heaven, and the personality of an angel. So how come you're not married?
Because, I don't know. I'm sorry if this is offending any LA boys, but they're princesses. I need a man in my life, not a princess. I'm a queen. A queen can't be with a princess.
Also, though, Ozzy has a thing. She doesn't like. She doesn't like pinky dicks.
Don't even go there. Do not even go, Jimmy.
Some people.
Jimmy,
have
stop
dicks.
it.
I'm not saying who.
Don't even. It's not us, by the way.
Yeah, it's not us.
But Jimmy, don't even go there because he's a sweet guy.
No, I'm not talking about any one guy. I'm saying she's dated lots of guys. I've known her for 20 years. She's had lots of guys that she met, and after she saw the pinky dick, it didn't work. That's
my God, if my dad is watching this, I'm so dead.
So first of all, everybody, I want to give everybody a quick, a little history because Ozzy was one of the first guests we ever had on the show, and she's fabulous. So I met Ozzy in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. She was a recording artist with Bon Jovi Records, and I had a big clothing store, and somebody brought her in to meet me, and we became fast friends right away, and we used to dress her for all her performances all around the world. You had at least one.
Wait a minute. I have to correct something. You were saying performances and you screwed up. You said porn performances.
No, performances.
Yeah, I definitely didn't do porn.
No, she didn't do porn.
But I didn't.
She did not do porn.
No, she was a performer, you guys.
But you said porn and then you went to perform.
Oh, I don't think I did, but
yes,
anyway,
you did.
All right.
Watch the video.
Either way, she's a performer, you guys. She was a Billboard. She had a Billboard hit that hit the top of Billboard. That was "Let Me Be," right? Was that
it hit. Was it 36 or 38 on the Billboard charts?
Something
yes,
like,
in 2006. I was the two in the Turkish charts. I had 2 hits in the top 10. So I've recorded all over the world and filmed all over the world. Yes, and you knew me back then.
and she did a movie. This is all before she became now like the world-renowned like Yogi. Before that, she did a movie called Beckel's Tears, and it was the first movie on women's rights, and it was shot in Iraq, and she had to go to Iraq with guards and everything and learn the language just for her script, and it was an award-winning film. It got invited to Cannes. It was like a really big deal, and she's the star of that film. And then
the Dubai International Film Festival as well. I was there. Yeah.
And then we did a movie called Phoenix Falling that I don't think ever came out, but we shot a kiss scene where she was like my girlfriend and we kissed each other in the movie. And you can see if you go on YouTube, you can see it.
I saw the clip.
It's fabulous.
That was my first ever online kiss, and it was with Jimmy.
Well, wait a minute. Let me comment on the Let me comment on the kiss. If I didn't know Jimmy was a raving homosexual, I would have known he was by that kiss, because that was a homosexual kissing a sex goddess. Now, if he were a straight guy, that kiss would have been believable. But that kiss was like, "Good night, mommy." I go, no.
It's not. It was not. But it wasn't supposed to be.
I mean, if I were going to kiss Ozzy, my tongue would have come down her throat and out her ass, you know?
Listen up. If you guys so everybody go on and type in Phoenix Falling Jimmy Star and like look at the kiss and watch and let me know what you think. I don't think
it was the
bad.
worst. It was a homo kiss. It was, I mean, Jimmy kisses me better than he kissed you.
Yeah, but I kiss you with tongue, not her.
That's because he's into guys. I mean, I have bigger balls than most men I know, right? But I don't have a penis.
I do not allow tongue in my mouth. That's a lie, Jimmy. You know that. That's not true.
Actually, Angela says she agrees with Ozzy too on the LA Princesses. Best analogy ever.
Oh, bullshit. Angie, baby. You did okay with one prince.
Anyway, so then Ozzy did a movie called Curse of Mesopotamia, you guys, with Luan. And I was also Beckel's Tears for that. And what was that movie? You were a vampire or something, right?
I had 2 roles in that. So there were 5 lead roles, and each leading role had 2 main characters. There was one present day and one 500 BC. Right, and it was a horror movie shot in Iraq. That was shot in Iraq too. I've actually filmed 3 movies in Iraq. And that last one, we almost couldn't leave Iraq. ISIS hit the town. We heard bombs, and then they closed the airports. It was
holy shit,
pretty crazy. Yes.
Well,
yes. I did a lot of like work in the Middle East because I look Arab. So I mean, I have that look where I.
No, but you speak Arabic. You speak
Well,
Arabic.
no, I learned it for the movie. I speak Turkish. My parents are from Cyprus, from the Turkish side. So
yeah, but is Turkish anything like?
Yes.
Is it Turkish anything like Arabic?
No. How to sing in Arabic, and I had to learn scripts in Arabic and Kurdish for the movie. Yeah.
I could never learn Arabic. I'm lucky to learn English. I still speak Brooklyn.
So listen, you guys. So then, after that, after Ozzy did all those things, then she moved to LA, and I was still in Florida. And she met Frenchie, which we've had on the show twice. And then she did Frenchie's music video, "I Want to Get Naked," which is the worst video ever.
Frenchie is
I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it because she was my friend. And I was like, oh, man, I've never been like a side part of someone.
It's a very campy video, and I don't think you did bad by it.
Yeah,
because Frenchie is so out of her mind that you have to really look at it and love every minute of that. The lyric is the best. She keeps singing over and over again.
I want to get naked.
I want to get naked. I want to get with a French accent. That's all she does with her gigantic boobs. Dave, listen to this. Her boobs hanging out, and her G-string is nothing but a clit cover.
Yeah,
so
you
will love that.
Yeah, just Google it, Dave, in case you've never seen it. "I Want to Get Naked" by Frenchie Morgan.
Dave,
it's a reality show.
You may have a heart attack, Dave, so don't watch it.
She's a reality show
and
star.
then Ozzy comes in half nude carrying on. I mean, really, this is a whack-off video. So you guys out there, if you're looking for...
I was in a bikini!
Yeah, clothes on.
Well, it was not quite a bikini. It was more like a handkerchief that was ripped in half. But anyway, for you guys out there that need a good whip-off video, get it.
So then, you guys, now Ozzy's in LA, and she was doing all the entertainment stuff, but she's got the body of death because she always worked out a lot, and she's just the most amazing, hottest girl ever. That she became a wellness expert, and she's got tell everybody all your different things because I know you're like a Reiki master. You do a whole bunch of things, and now she's like a world-renowned, yogi, guru, health person,
light worker.
There you go.
Light worker. I went from entertainment since I was 5 years old. Broadway shows, movies, modeling. Do you remember? Did you ever find that like movie? That photo of me with my butt modeling on that $45,000 electric guitar.
Yeah, that's that Lawrence Gartell picture. That was an amazing one.
Yes, so a whole life of entertainment, and then I was like, you know what? Like people kept asking me, how do I stay fit? How do I stay young? How am I so active? And I created this wellness company, an international wellness company. So I teach yoga, meditation. I train teachers. I do one-on-ones with a lot of people. I work with pregnant women, old people, young people, injured athletes, and I teach all over the world. So I get flown all over the world to basically help people look amazing and get fit. It's great.
Tell us about your island.
Cyprus. Okay, so my parents are from the island, and we have land on the peninsula away from all humans, acres and acres. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm building a healing retreat there. And we have a monk out there right now. Back in the day, I used to have drag queens. Now I have monks. My life is
monks. They have monks out there.
Oh, I used to be a monk in a former life.
You used to be a monk in a former life?
Yes, because I had my blood. I did my DNA, and it said that I lived in Rome, in Vatican City, and I collect monks, and I've collected them for years, and I have a fantastic feeling towards monks, and I think my name was Fry an egg.
Yeah. That was terrible.
That's a joke. No, but seriously, I believe
he does collect monks, though. He does collect monks, though.
In a former life, I was a monk. That's why I'm a perv today. Because you never come back.
So you have a fascination with monks?
I love
Oh my
monks.
goodness. I'm building this healing center out there, and I teach out there twice a year. And like a 7-day transformation retreat, and it's for everyone. And I think your daughters will come.
That would be cool. They want to come.
My daughters want to come. Yeah, when they find rich husbands.
Which, by the way,
why they need the husbands to come?
No, they need the husband's money to go. That's not a cheap trip. That's an expensive trip. They're hardworking girls. They're not stars.
They don't need husbands to come a million years if they stay husbands.
There you go. So hold on, everybody. Here's what. So first of all, you guys, if you want to find out what Ozzy does, she's got a website. It's called thewellnessofoz.com. So .com. That was terrible. .com. Thewellnessofoz.com. So it's thewellnessofoz.com. And her studio is called in California. It's called the Wellness
in
of
Los
Oz
Angeles
Yoga, Meditation, and Workshop Studio. It's in Burbank, right? Is it still in Burbank?
Yep, it's in Burbank. So come. All my teachers are amazing. I'm in and out because I travel so much. But yes, come take us if you know. Come feel amazing. Come learn how to stay young.
It's 2300 West Victory Boulevard. 2300 West Victory Boulevard, Burbank, California. The phone number is 818-588-3648. And if you want to get in touch with Ozzy, you can do Ozzy, O-Z-Z-I-E, Aziz, A-Z-I-Z, healer at gmail.com, and like book some time, and you can go and see all the different types of things that she has that you can book for by going to thewellnessofoz.com.
Ozzy, I have to ask a favor. You sing the opening of Jimmy's and my show, but you only talk about Jimmy. You don't mention me. So I thought, wouldn't it be nice if you did a voiceover and said, Wild Crazy Jimmy Star and Ron Russell? If we could put it in there somehow. I don't know. Don't you think I should?
Okay, I recorded that. How many years ago did I record that? That was like 17 years ago with my little brother, right? That was so long ago.
Yeah, it's like 10 years ago.
Wasn't that for you for that opening of your fashion show that you had?
Yeah, that wasn't actually made. It was actually made for a fashion show that we did.
Well, it's the opening of this show, and it's all about Jimmy Star, and I'm not mentioned, and I don't like that.
So we need a new one.
It should be a new one. It should be Ron Russell Save the Jimmy Star Show.
Jimmy, Ron. Yes, we got to do one with you. Okay.
Yeah, we got to do one with Ron.
Ron. That's what it is. or just get rid of the Jimmy and do Ron show.
I know.
I am so excited about seeing you next Sunday.
This Sunday.
This is Wednesday.
Did you tell everyone that I'm doing this interview from the toilet?
No,
well, everybody who's watching knows.
If we hear you flush, we'll just simply say, "Don't forget to block."
Well, I'm not, pooping or peeing or nothing. It's just that the lighting was crap in the living room.
And it's a very comfortable seat.
Yes, it is.
Best seat in the house.
You know who else is going to be sitting with us at our table?
Everybody wonderful.
Do you know? Did you ever like Whitesnake, that rock and roll band back in the day, Whitesnake?
Oh, I don't remember him. I kind of remember the name. What's his name? Hang on, actually, I know someone, I think, from that group.
Is this
What's his name?
David Coverdale? David Coverdale was the lead singer anyway.
Okay.
his wife, who was in all the Whitesnake videos, and she was Tom Hanks's love interest in Bachelor Party, was Tawny Katane, and she's sitting at our table.
A lot of big wigs at our table.
I mean, it's like amazing.
We have probably.
Who else is coming?
Oh,
Cheech and Chong.
70 people.
Cheech and Chong are going to be there.
Shut up! Cheech and Chong are going to be there. My little brother's going to die when I tell him.
Yeah, Cheech and Chong are going to be there. Ron Moss is going to be there. You know that song, "Baby Come Back"? You can blame it all. Anyway, he's going to be there. He's a soap star.
Scott Page from
Pink Floyd. Stephen Perkins from Jane's Addiction.
Right. Eileen Shapiro.
My business partner, is
and
going
my
to be
good
there,
friend.
and our good friend. We're going to have I forgot. Oh, Jan Birch from People Under the Stairs is going to be there, and his wife. Lou Temple and Lou Temple from The Walking Dead in that movie Kidnap with Halle Berry.
All celebrities.
All
our
cool
table
people.
is the celebrity table.
No, all the tables are celebrities because we only invited celebrities.
No, wait a minute. You let me finish, Mary Maricon. Listen, I can't take him anymore. Ozzy, what am I going to do with him? Oh. Now you made me forget. I'm old, you fuck. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
All the tables, though, have famous people.
Now I'm not cooking dinner for you tonight. Cook yourself.
That's okay.
What was I talking about? Everybody famous. Oh, yeah. We are the Hollywood table. We have all the starlets and all the actors and actresses at our table. And Eileen Shapiro has all the rock and roll people. And then the other tables are just mixed groups of people.
That we know and love.
Yes. And wait till you see what I'm wearing. Ha, 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 ha.
What are you wearing?
I won't say. It's a surprise.
Okay.
We went to one of these last year, though, and we looked really good.
All I say is diamonds are a man's best friend.
You're going to be covered in diamonds?
No. I'm not. Shut the fuck up, Mary. You're going to give it away. I hate you today. Today, I really don't. I want a divorce. Ozzy, lend me money.
I didn't say it.
Ozzy, could you lend me divorce money?
Yeah,
I'll
right.
pay you back in installments.
Anyway, so the red carpet starts at 2, Ozzy. Just so you know.
Yes, I know. I'm getting up extra early. I've got all my classes covered.
Okay,
so I can
good.
look fabulous.
We're going
I'm trying to decide what to do with the hair.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
What did she say?
She's deciding what to do with her hair.
Well, here's the trick to hair that I learned from years ago from Kim Novak. Kim Novak always, you know who she was? Kim Novak, the actress? The movie star Kim Novak, beautiful white blonde, gorgeous. Vertigo with Jimmy Stewart.
Okay.
Okay.
What was her thing with hair?
She said, if you have nude shoulders, your hair must go up.
Okay, so
it might be the other way around. Let me think. Wait a minute. If you have covered shoulders, your hair must go up. If you have nude shoulders, your hair must stay down.
Okay, so my problem is, right, I have one arm covered and the other arm.
So put half of your hair up and the other half.
So what you have to do is decide.
I'm a little revealing, but still classy. You're gonna go nuts. You're gonna love it.
No, the shoulder that is nude. Sweep all your hair over like Marie Antoinette. Sweep it over to the naked shoulder and curl it, and let it just cascade down in curls. Be stunning with the one shoulder.
See, this is why every girl needs her gay friends in her life.
Yeah, because we know shit. We know. Don't forget, I impersonated Jane Russell for 45 years.
And he was a hairdresser.
And and when I used to make Jane up and do her hair, the first time I did Jane Russell's makeup, we were going out to a party. And I said, Jane, because she had macular degeneration. She couldn't see well. I said, Jane, you got your eyeshadow everywhere on your face, but on your eyelids. Let me make you up. She said, oh, can you? I said, can I? I've been doing your face on my face for 45 fucking years. Of course I could make you up. And I made her up, and I threw a wig on her, one of my wigs, because she had, gray hair. My wigs were my Jane Russell impersonation wigs. And when she was done, I said, oh, my God, I made you look just like Jane Russell. And she started to laugh. And she did look like Jane Russell in all my drags. I even gave her my diamond earrings she wore to a big preview opening we went to. My mother's mink stole. I used to dress Jane all the time. Because Jane, we used to wear sweatpants and sweatshirts and sneakers. Never makeup. Her hair was pulled back. She didn't give a shit. And I said to her, we're going out in public. You must be Jane Russell. Do you know who Jane Russell was?
Of course.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you didn't know.
I definitely know. And I think I've seen you as Jane Russell more than I ever saw Jane Russell in any movies.
Probably 45 years of impersonating her. But anyway, I may be doing it again if I'm asked, because I'm not going to mention what, but a big benefit has asked me to come in and portray Jane Russell at 80. And I thought, wouldn't that be interesting? And I'm going to do the Looking for Trouble number where I'm all legs and hardly dressed. And it's a sexy striptease number with a song. So we'll see what happens. It may look like Jane's grandmother, but, you know, tape. Got to learn tape.
Okay.
Tape the face when you get my...
You don't age
Huh?
the same ever since I've known you.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. It's true.
When you see me in person, you'll do the sign of the cross.
No, that's terrible. So one thing, you guys, listen up.
You're breaking up.
Your Wi-Fi messing up at the moment.
Maybe
It's totally true.
There it is. Okay. It is totally true. You're right, Ozzy. It's totally true.
Someone upstairs is flushing the toilet and it's causing a problem.
So listen up, you guys. If you want to know more about Ozzy and what Ozzy's got going on, see some of her past entertainment work, just go on YouTube. Oh, say that again? Say that again, Ozzy?
You froze.
It says her internet is bad. It's frozen it's been frozen. So, okay. So what we're going to do then, Ozzy, don't talk for a second. Let me do a commercial for you. All right, you guys. So if you want to see some of the cool stuff Ozzy's done in her entertainment career, just go on YouTube and plug in Ozzy Aziz, Ozzie Aziz. And then if you plug in Ozzy Aziz, Let Me Be, the white version, it comes up on YouTube. That was her Billboard hit. That's a music video that she did. And then all her videos that were big hits in those foreign countries, in Iraq and Dubai and stuff, they're all up there also. So just Google all the different stuff. And then after you watch all that stuff and see how wonderful she looks and you know that you're a slob, then go to thewellnessofoz.com and check out all the services and book some appointments so that way you don't have to look that way anymore and you can start to look more like her, and Ozzy will teach you how to eat right and do all the things you need to do to be fabulous.
It takes a lot of work to look beautiful. We know that, especially me, an impersonator, female impersonator. Becoming the man that I am, converting to the woman I become on the stage, takes hours and hours of work. But it pays off because everybody loves what you look like. So if you want to be beautiful, thin, younger looking, go to Ozzy or people like Ozzy because they will help.
Go to
you.
Ozzy, not
well,
people like Ozzy.
A lot of people don't live in LA, you fruit.
Okay, well, if you don't live in
Well,
LA...
but I travel. I'm going to train teachers in Scotland next month, and then I'm going back to Cyprus. So find Ozzy somewhere on the planet.
All you have to do, and if you have a lot of money, you just pay to have her fly into to you and have her work with you.
When can you come out? When can you come out for dinner? You never.
We're going to see her on Sunday, and we'll work it out.
Yeah, we'll work it out on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday we'll work it out, and then I'll drive up and see you guys.
I have to do it on a day that my kids are not working because they definitely want to be here. They love you. They really admire you and look up to you. They really, especially Deirdre. Deirdre's really vocal about it.
Yeah, I love your daughters as well. They're great girls. They're great girls.
Yeah, they're good kids.
So you guys listen too, because I think
Leslie's older than you. Leslie's 50.
She's not going to tell you how old she is. All I'm going to tell you is that when I met Ozzy, I thought she was a certain age, and now I've known her for a very long time, and she looks the same as she looked when I met her at least 20 years ago. So she hasn't aged a fucking day at all, and her body's tighter now than it was then, if that's even possible.
And being 102 years old, she really looks good.
I know, right? So on my next birthday, May 10th, I've decided that I'm going to, I'm going to do the most amazing, sexy photo, because after this Super Bowl show that all these jealous people were like making such a big deal out of, right? A 51-year-old and a 43-year-old kicked butt on stage. I mean, they were fabulous. So I think it's time to show the world how women in their mid-age can look better than women in their 20s.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm ready to do a badass photo shoot for my next birthday and put it out into the world.
I think that's terrific.
I was when I lived in New York a couple of years ago, I was asked to go into an underwear ad.
We only have 1 minute, so
and the ad was with all 21-year-old muscle-bound, magnificent men that you love and me. and we were all in underwear, and they
For
shot
New York Fashion Week. He did it.
and they shot it because they wanted to show at that time that a 77-year-old man can wear sexy underwear, which I agree. Old men should not wear old underwear, ugly. You should wear sexy underwear so you feel sexy, and the person you're with will see sexy.
I think it's very inspirational for people as well. Like, we need to stand up. You know, if we're getting older, but we still look fabulous, we need to stand up. I mean, how old is Cher? Cher's like 400 years old, right?
No,
and she just looks amazing.
She's a year younger than I. She's 79. But
yeah, she looks amazing.
Age is in the mind. And
look at Jane Fonda. She's 83,
and you know
she looks
what?
awesome.
I don't feel any older than maybe 18 or 19 sometimes.
Hold on,
Right.
we gotta go.
Sophia Loren, Jennifer Aniston. I mean,
Jennifer Lopez.
Okay, hold on,
everybody.
everybody. Hang on, everybody. We got to stop because we're out of time. So listen
Oh,
up,
I
everybody.
can't wait. But I'll see
Everybody,
you-
check out thewellnessofOz.com. Ozzy, we love you. We're going to see you Sunday at 2
and I
o'clock.
can't wait.
Scotty J and Rebel, thank
we're
you.
gonna
Chat
party,
room, everybody,
party,
thank you.
party.
We'll see
Ozzy
everybody
live
next week.
from
Yay, we
the
can't wait.
bathroom in Vegas. Woo!
Yay! Bye, Ozzy. All right, everybody. See you
I love
guys
you
next
guys.
week.
Bye,
Love
everyone.
you.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Ozzy. Love you. See
Bye,
you Sunday.
sweetheart.